Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my makeup brush collection. Also, if you like the look of this makeup, I have just filmed a tutorial on how I got this look. So if you'd like to see that, then go and check it out. It should be up before this video goes up. And now I'm just going to show you my makeup brush collection. I'm not one of those people that has loads of makeup brushes, but I have a few, so I'm just going to show you what I've got. So I actually have two pots that I hold my makeup brushes in because I don't have loads. I have a good amount, but I don't have pots and pots of them. But the first one I use is my Nutella jar. It is a Nutella jar that I got personalised in Birmingham a while ago, and I put most of my makeup brushes in here, and I started to run out of room in here, so I needed some more room for a couple of my other brushes that didn't fit in there. My mom actually brought me this as a gift, so I decided it'd be perfect to put my brushes in instead of using it to drink out of. You'll see now. It's a mug I've been wanting for ages. It's from the Disney store, and it's this like sort of vintagey kind of Peter Pan one. So it says Walt Disney's Peter Pan at the top. It's got the Lost Boys on it, and it says Tidum Tiddy. I really love this. Peter Pan is my favourite Disney film, if you didn't know. Now I'm going to show you the actual brushes that I own. Because this set of brushes is only small, I will show you these first, and it is the Real Technique brushes. I can't remember exactly what it's called because I got rid of the packaging, but it might be like the advanced set maybe, or it's one of the ones that comes in a set, but I think you can buy these separately, and they're like the purpley pinky metallic coloured ones. And I have the sculpting brush, which is this one, which I used to blend in my contour. I have the setting brush, which I haven't really used yet, except I used it once in my full face of highlighters tutorial, which was pretty funny, so you should go and watch that if you haven't already. And also the fan brush, which I use to highlight. Now onto my other jar of brushes. I'm going to start with my brushes from Makeup Revolution. I have quite a few brushes from Makeup Revolution. First I will show you the standard Makeup Revolution brushes I have. I have these two eyeshadow brushes. One of them is just sort of a flat top one, good for applying eyeshadow on my lids. And then this I use for the crease or for the outer corner, and it's this angled brush, angled fluffy brush. And I really like it. It's nice and soft. It's really good to apply. This one doesn't pick up as much product, so it's not as good, but it's still okay. And this one does pick up a good amount of product, and it's a really great one to use. Next I have these two Makeup Revolution brushes. They're like blusher slash bronzer kind of brushes. This one is a bigger brush that I usually use for powder because it's quite big and quite soft, and it's good to apply a bit of powder all over the face. And then this one is more angled, which you could probably use for contour, but I actually use it for blush. I think it works really well. It leaves it nice and subtle and not too in your face. I also have another two brushes from Makeup Revolution, and they are the Pure Metals or Bold Metals or something like that. They're similar to the Real Techniques ones. I have this one. Does it say what it is? No. I have this one, which I have used for powder before. They are so soft, honestly. This one's much bigger and much wider, and this one's sort of quite interesting. It's sort of like, I don't know if you can tell, can you see there? I don't know how to explain that. It's got different like angles on it, and I don't know what to use this for yet. I guess it could be good for concealer, maybe even foundation or contour. You could really use this for anything, and I'm really excited to use this more often. I've only used this once and I used it today. Now moving on to more Real Techniques brushes. These are like the original set you can buy. I think these are like the main set that you can get. It's the set of 4 and the sort of orangey, bronzy kind of colour. It has 4 brushes. It has the pointed foundation brush, which I like to use for concealer or for setting concealer. It also has the detailer brush, which I often use if I want to do winged liner but with eyeshadow or to go under the eyes. Contour brush, which I actually use to apply my contour. And then the buffing brush, which I use for a number of things. Sometimes I use it to apply foundation, sometimes blusher. I use it to blend contour. I use it for everything really. I think these brushes, if you're looking to get Real Techniques brushes or a new set of brushes and you don't know what to get, these are probably perfect because it has a little mixture of everything. They're kind of on the more expensive side in terms of drugstore, but they're still super cheap and they are amazing quality and definitely worth the money. I also have a few palettes that come with brushes, like I have the Urban Decay palettes that come with brushes. I will just show you one as an example. This is the one from the Naked Smoky palette and it's double-sided. All of the ones from Urban Decay are usually double-sided that you get in the eyeshadow palette. The one side has this really small edge and it's quite stiff. That's probably good for going in the crease maybe, or in the inner corners. This could work in a number of ways. And then there is this side, which is much fluffier and bigger, and I use this to blend the edges of my eyeshadow so that there's not any harsh lines or anything. It's really good for blending out any eyeshadow. I found that these aren't great for just applying eyeshadow. I don't find they work as well personally, but for blending eyeshadow it's perfect and I always use this. The next brush I have is from MAC, and I got this when I first got my MAC Studio Fix foundation, and I actually wanted the bigger version of this but they sold out, so I got this one instead. But I don't really use it for foundation anymore because it's just too small, but it would be great for like cream blushes, or even if you did want to apply foundation with it. It just takes a lot of time. It would be good for other products, but this is what it looks like. It's the MAC 130 brush and it's like a stippling brush, but a smaller version than what you would usually use for foundation. So I haven't used this in a while, but if I ever try out cream blushes or anything like that, I feel like this would be perfect. Or maybe for something else. Let me know if you think this would be good for any other use, like to apply a different part of my makeup. Let me know what it would be best for. And finally onto the miscellaneous section. Basically I have these brushes, I've had them for a while. They came in a set and they weren't really branded, so I don't know where they're from. I think they were a gift from a long time ago, so I can't really tell you where they're from, but I'll show you them anyway. The first one is kind of good for eyebrows, I think. This is what you use for eyebrows. I've never actually used it on my brows before, but I thought I'd keep it with me just in case, to test it out maybe. The best way I can describe it is it looks like a toothbrush, and there's this side which is just like plastic. It looks like a comb. You could probably use these in other ways. I don't know how to use these at all, so if you know then let me know because I'm sure it could come in handy. Battery's running low, so I need to get a bit quicker at this. I also have this smaller eyeshadow brush. It's just like a pointed one. It's really good for detail, like in the inner corners or anything like that. I also have this flat top one, which I use like to cover the lid or sometimes in the crease. I kind of use this as an all over eyeshadow look. So if I'm just using one colour, I sometimes just use this to spread it all over my lid, or I use it multi-purposely really, so this is a great one to use. And then finally I have this one, which is kind of like a blusher brush. It's quite scratchy though, so I don't really use it anymore. Now that I've got other brushes that I prefer and feel nicer, I don't really use this much anymore because it's quite scratchy, but it still works quite well, so I'm gonna hang on to it and then see how I go with it, I guess. So that is all my makeup brushes. Sorry if this video was a bit all over the place and a bit shaky. Things haven't been going very well for me today, so it might be a bit all over the place, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below what brushes you own, or which from this collection are your favourite, or any brushes that you think I should try out myself. And of course subscribe if you haven't already. I recently hit 400 subscribers, so thank you very much for that. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!